Fransız Senatosu'nun kararı mı? Amerikan Senatosu'nun kararı mı? Kim reçeteyi verecek? Kim bizim doktorumuz? Ermeniler Türklerin doktoru, Türkler de Ermenilerin doktoru.
In these words, there is the longing of people who share a common fate and live joy, grief, and pride together. In these words, there is the cry for humanity's wish to live in peace and for fraternity not to be beaten by hatred and resentment. This cry is the common voice of Armenians and Turks.
Ermeni iddialarının amacı siyasidir.
The objective of the Armenian allegations is political. This is clear. And they have more than one aim. One aim is to keep the Armenian nation that is spread all over the world together. The genocide allegations have become elementary, fundamental to the Armenian identity. The second aim is to make the faults of the Armenian nationalists be forgotten. Whatever happened to the Armenians were the result of the miscalculations of their nationalist leaders.
Yanlış hesaplarından gelmiştir.
The 20th century started with blood. World War I with the greatest death toll in the history of humanity. Millions of dead and injured. States obliterated from the pages of history.
Katliamlar Osmanlı İmparatorluğu'nun
The massacres started after the weakening of the Ottoman Empire.
katledilenler Müslümanlar.
Those who were massacred first were Muslims.
Kendisini Hristiyan bilen
The West, who called themselves Christians, turned a blind eye on that, and the Ottoman Empire's falling backward was viewed solely as the salvation for the Christians. This attitude lasted a long time.
Uzun müddet sürdü.
This is the United States of America, University of Glendale in California, where the largest population of Armenians outside Armenia live. Here is Little Armenia, right at the center of Hollywood. 5,000 out of the 15,000 students of the university are Armenians. There are small to big monuments, plaques everywhere. Besides the city itself, the unfounded allegation of genocide has been monumentalized in the university as well. A different story on the Armenian question is told here.
During World War I, there was a genocide against the Armenian people committed by the Ottoman government, and that, of course, has a relevance for today. So it's not just history. Some people say it is only history.
An Armenian American, Albert Amato, opposes this statement of Marashlian. In 1992, Amato told before a notary public that the genocide allegations were a complete lie and that they were the result of a slander campaign. But what was the truth? What had happened in 1915 in the Ottoman Empire?
When they think of the word genocide, they think of what Hitler did to the Jews. They think of killing many people, of trying to kill all the people in one group. And I can categorically say this did not happen with the Turks and the Armenians. There are many reasons that we know that this was not that kind of genocide. One of the main reasons is that the Armenians survived. Most of the Armenians who were deported to Syria and Iraq, most of them lived. They could have been killed, they were not killed. The Turkish army and Turkish politicians fed these people.
Let us go back into history. An Armenian organization, Tashnaksution. It was established in 1890 in Tbilisi. The main aim of the organization was to break up a part of the Ottoman territory and establish an Armenian state over this land. In pursuit of this political goal, Tashnaksution resorted to armed action. Hundreds of documents and photographs among the organization's own publications stand as proof of this fact. It is evident that the organization used force for decades and put the Istanbul government in a very difficult situation when World War I broke out.
The Turkish armies were fighting in Caucasia. Starting from April the 17th, 1915 onwards, the Armenians' uprisings broke out first in Van, followed by various places in Anatolia.
Let us see how a scientist from Yerevan State University views the Taşnaksution party that still exists today.
Bence Daşnaksution Partisi gibi
I believe that a party like Taşnaksution is completely necessary for Armenia. They play a very big and important part. I am in favor of their work. Yes, it is true that they block the Turkish-Armenian relationship, but I can settle for this.
Ben razıyım.
The Armenian Taşnaksution organization, which shed blood during rebellions against the Ottoman Empire, was followed by the organization Nemesis. In the 1970s and 1980s, Asala and Jag continued along the path of Nemesis. As a result of over 200 armed and bomb attacks by Armenian terrorists, 520 people were injured, 70 of whom were children. Over 40 Turkish diplomats and officials were killed. These sad attacks were conducted in civilized parts of the world, like European capitals, Australia, and the United States.
Man hat sie umgebracht.
They killed them, and by doing so, the matter was settled for them. They are killing innocent people, for instance. My friend in the Turkish embassy.
Türkischen Botschaft in Wien.